Shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. Welcome to another episode of 15 Minutes with the Captain. I'm Captain Naon.
Also Benkanai.
All praises. And we're going to jump right into it, dive into the class. The name of the class, The Whole Armor of God. All right. And this class was inspired by Priscilla Shivers or something like that on TBN. All right. She was going into a class dealing with the armor of God. All right. Well, she taught for 17 minutes before she even touched a couple scriptures, all right, about her son playing sports, yada, yada, all carnal things. And her daddy is Tony Evans, a pastor up in Dallas or something like that, mega church. Anyway, we're going to actually give you the right breakdown of the scriptures concerning the whole armor of God, all right. Let's start in Ephesians 6 and 10, all right.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might.
So the scriptures say, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. All right, let's get an understanding of the power of God. Sirach 15 and 18. All right, the power of his might. You know, the Most High controls and controls everything. All right, that happens, that transpires on earth. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon. Sirach, chapter 15, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
For the wisdom of the Lord is great,
Mm-hmm.
and he is mighty in power.
He mighty in power. Go ahead.
And beholdeth all things.
Beholdeth all things, because he controls all things. The flood, the plagues that come upon the earth, he is the one that ordains or controls or authorizes these things to happen. All right. That's the power of God. All right. So go back. Read that one more again. So Ephesians 6 and 10.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
So when you understand who has the power, right, to control everything and everybody, right, then you understand who to respect. All right. You understand where your help comes from. All right. Your strength. All right. So from there, let's go to 1 Corinthians, 1 Chronicles 29 and 11. All right, 1 Chronicles 29 and 11. We're going to see who our help come from. All right.
1 Chronicles chapter 29, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty.
Mm-hmm.
For all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all.
You see that? The Most High is the head above all. All right. Our strength, the power, everything that we supposed to trust in cometh from him. All right. So from there, let's go to 2 Chronicles 14 and 11. I think this is what I want. 2 Chronicles 14, verse 11.
2 Chronicles chapter 14, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And Asa cried unto the Lord his God, and said, Lord, it is nothing with thee to help, whether with many or with them that have no power.
Mm-hmm.
Help us, O Lord our God, for we rest on thee, and in thy name we go against this multitude. O Lord, thou art our God. Let not man prevail against thee.
Right. So again, it's showing you the power of God. All right. He's the one to let nations prevail against us. Remember, he said, I will be an enemy or an adversary against your adversaries. You understand? So if we don't have the Most High put him first, he won't fight for us. If we're not keeping his commandments, he won't fight for us. You understand? So this is putting on the whole armor of God. All right. Go back. Ephesians 6 and 11. Let's go there.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Put on the whole armor of God,
Uh-huh.
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right. So it say put on the whole armor of God. What is the whole armor of God? Let's see. Romans 13 and 12. The whole armor is meant to do what? To protect you from something. Just like we're reading, the Most High is our help. He's our protection. He's our sword. He's our shield. All right. Read that.
Romans chapter 13, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
The night is far spent.
Mm-hmm.
The day is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
The works of darkness is this world. All right. Go ahead.
And let us put on the armor of light.
The armor of light goes into what? Proverbs 5 and 23. The commandments. That's the light. That's that armor that we have to put on where? Within our spirit, within our mind. You understand? Once that's put on here, everything else is protected because you're applying the commandments of God. All right. So from there, 2 Corinthians 6:1. All right. And this scripture that we're reading going into the armor of God is the spiritual armor of God. All right. The commandments. It's not a carnal fight. And we're going to read that as well. But go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
We then, as workers together with him, beseech you also that you receive not the grace of God in vain.
Uh-huh.
For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. But in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of God, and much patience in affliction, and necessities, and distress, and stripes, and imprisonments, and tumults.
So this is what you're building your spirits up for. The battle within yourself. The battle that this world is putting forth to you to do what? Stay in sin. That's the battle. That's the fight within our flesh and our spirit. You understand? Drop that. Go back to Ephesians. Ephesians 6:11.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, the wiles of the devil. So you're putting on the commandments of God. That's going to protect you against what? The wiles of the devil. All right. The wiles of the devil is what? I'm going to read the definition. It's devious or cunning strategy employed in a manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. Tricks, schemes, devices, guile, cunningness. All right, go to Revelations 12:9. This is the darkness of the world that we live in. The other nations, hence Esau, so-called white man, has these devices to put in front of us. All right, and all these different tools he uses, from BET to MTV to what else? All these different TV shows, Love and Hip Hop, all these different things, devices he uses to what? Keep us in sin. All right. So we're now the flesh is overtaking the spirit. All right. That's the battle within. All right. Go ahead, read that.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Key word, the devil is the deceiver. To deceive you, to think that everything around you is good, to think that everything around you is the way it should be, but really you've been taught and you learn lies. From your youth up, you've been learning lies that the people in the land today of Israel are God's chosen people, which are lies. You've been taught that Christ is a so-called white man. Lies. You understand? All nations are created equal. Lies. John 3:16. You can eat whatever you want. All these are lies that you've been fed, right? But understanding the truth, this is how they deceive the world. Understand? In our state of captivity, all right? And it's to keep you in sin. It goes back to that, the battle, all right? Because they know the other nations, if you stay in sin, then they will overcome you, all right? So the wiles and the tricks, go to Revelations, just jump to verse 15.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Right, so the flood is the lies. All the things I just mentioned are lies. It's not a truth according to the Bible, all right? Catholicism is going against the scriptures,
Right.
all right? Everything that they teach, Easter bunnies and bunny rabbits and what else? White man coming down your chimney,
Right.
Santa Claus, all these are lies, you understand? But we have taken these lies and have destroyed our spirit, all right? Keep reading.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
Right, of the doctrines, of the lies. So now we don't understand That's the battle right there. We don't understand actually who we are. All right. And the woman is, we're not going to get it, but it's Jeremiah 6:2. The woman is Israel. All right. So don't get it twisted to understand or not understand that Satan has understanding of who we are. We just don't have understanding of who he is.
Right.
He's not a spirit that's going around. He's actually a man or a nation of people, which is the Edomites, all right? The so-called white man, all right? So go to Ephesians 4:14, all right? Because this is the word that we read in the definition of the cunning and the schemes and tricks that he uses. Read that.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
That's where we at right now, being tossed to and fro, all right? That's the battle that's within ourselves. On one end, the world, Esau, is saying that it's okay to be a homosexual, right? But God said, no, that's an abomination to me. A man that lied with mankind is an abomination, all right? So these are the cunning craftiness or devices that he's using to keep us in sin, all right? Go ahead.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
These are the doctrines that's put before us that most of our people believe. All right, go ahead.
By the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Right, they deceive our people because our people can sometimes be naive or simple based off of what they've been taught. The devices that he used. The devices he uses: music, media, TV, movies, all these different things is his devices to keep us in sin, confused. You understand? But no more longer are you going to be confused, because this truth of the word that's been coming out since the Most High has woken up the prophets is going to allow you to now know the truth, all right? And you will be free from lies. So from there, go to Ephesians 6:12.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
So we're fighting against the rulers of darkness of this world, all right? Go to 2 Corinthians 10:4. The darkness of this world is the other nations ruling over us. They're the darkness. We're the light, all right? The light, our light has been dimmed via captivity, all right? Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right, so it's showing and telling you that what we're wrestling against is not physical, it's spiritual. What it said? The powers, it said the principalities against the powers and the rulers of darkness of this world. That's what we're wrestling and fighting against, all right? The deceitful and cunningness of Satan, which is the so-called white man, all right? His minions, all right? Go ahead.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
So that's the spiritual side of it, where we're going to pull down, root out, and cast it out behind us, all right? The lies that we've been taught, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Mother's Day, all these lies we've been taught to keep us in sin, all right? That's the main battle. And then the world has portrayed or given us that it's okay to be in sin through the devices of Satan, all right? Was that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From there, go back to Ephesians.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Go to Isaiah 60:2 right quick. Spiritual wickedness in high places. This is the darkness of this world. Do we run the world? No. Okay. The other nations run the world, mainly Esau, called the EU. All right. They run the whole world. The U.S. Monetary Fund, like all this, they run everything.
That's right.
All right. They run everything. Our hand is in nothing. All right. We don't have a seat on that panel. Okay. Go ahead, read that.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That's where we're at right now. The darkness is covering this whole earth. Sin. All right. Who promotes sin? Esau. The rulers of this world. Go ahead.
and gross darkness the people.
Us, we're blind. We can't see. All right. The people, Israel, is in gross darkness. We have no understanding or identity that we can identify with. All right. All the lies we've been told, that's what is filling us.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
How are you going to see it? His glory. Through who? His prophets. That's how you're going to see his glory, because he speaks through his prophets. We come to remind you of what transpired in the past to have us here right now in this particular place in the future. All right. And to show you and tell you how to get out of this. All right. The darkness, meaning mentally, again, spiritual fight. Right. So go back. Ephesians, start 13.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
Take unto you the whole armor of God. The whole armor of God is what? This Bible. The Bible is the whole armor of God. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to withstand the evil day.
The evil day. What is the evil day? That's your trials. Go to Peter's 1, 1 Peter's 1 and 7. The evil day is your trials, because that's the battle that we're fighting. The battle within us. This flesh and the spirit within you. That's the fight. All right? With all the devices that Satan has put before us, that's the battle. Do I go to the strip club, or do I go to my brethren and go over scriptures? You understand? That's the battle. All right? Do I go to Feast of Dedication, or do I go get gifts at my parents' house for Christmas? That's the battle. All right? Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ.
Right. So that trial is going to be what? Of your faith, what you believe in. You understand? So if your belief is not tarnished, then you're going to actually believe in the truth. You're not going to believe in a lie anymore. All right. So that's the trials of the evil day that come to try us from day to day. Like Paul said, I die daily. The temptation you had today is not going to be the same temptation you have tomorrow. You understand? It's going to be another device of Satan to what? To pull you in. All right? Go back and finish up. Go to verse 14.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
So it says, stand therefore. So how do you stand against that evil day, those trials that come? Let's go to Peter's 1 and 13. This is how you stand. All right. It said, having your loins girded up about with truth. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind.
Everything starts within your mind. That's what you gird up. That's what you strengthen. All right. By putting on the whole armor of God, your mind. So nobody can come now and tell you a lie, because you know what? The truth. All right? The truth is what's going to help you to stand. The truth is what's going to give you that courage, that motivation, the strength to stand up against the devil, the Satan and his devices. All right? Not to go and sit and be idle and sit in your car in the closet or whatever and watch porn. You understand? Right. You're going to be able to fight against the flesh. All right? Keep reading.
And hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Right. That's the revealing of Christ to you, which we reveal those things to you through many classes. So go back 6 and 14.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
Your mind, having your mind understood and ready and strengthened with the commandments. Go ahead.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
The breastplate of righteousness. Let's get that in Isaiah 59 and 16. Having having on the breastplate of righteousness, which is basically go back to the commandments. Everything is going to go back to the commandments dealing with the scriptures. All right? Because again, it starts here and then it's manifested out. All right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor.
Mhm.
Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him,
Mhm.
and his righteousness it sustained him.
Mhm.
For he put on righteousness as a breastplate,
Mhm.
and a helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance
Mhm.
for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak.
Right. It's Christ. You have to put on the commandments, basically, and be Christ-like. All right. Go back. 15.
Ephesians 6 and 15.
Uh-huh.
And your feet showed with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
So your feet shod with preparation. So let's see what that's going into. Because in the midst of understanding the breakdown of this, you have to understand it's a mission that we have to complete. All right. Let's go to Romans 10 and 15. I'm sorry. 10 and 15.
Romans chapter 10 verse 15.
Mhm.
And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
So that's what it's talking about when it's having your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. You have to hear who? A teacher, a prophet, to go out and teach the people. That's how he's going to get this understanding of what he have to do for salvation now. You understand? What he have to do to now put on the whole armor of God, the complete understanding, all right? The right understanding, all right? Was that it on that? Go ahead.
And bring glad tidings of
Mhm.
good things.
Glad tidings of good things. That's the gospel. That's the good news, all right?
Romans chapter 10 verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who had believed our report?
Right. So a lot of people are going to fall from the battle, right? The battle within. They're going to fall. So for some people, it's a losing battle because they're not going to overcome the wiles of the devil. You understand? Their armor going to crumble. It's going to get pierced, basically, with the devices of Satan, all right? And he quoted Isaiah because what we're reading right here is Isaiah 59, all right? So from there, let's go back. Ephesians 6 and 16.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith.
So above all, taking the shield of faith. Our shield, read that Psalms 33 and 20. The shield of our faith is the Most High. All right, He's our shield. He's our buckler. He's the one that's going to protect us because He's given us the instructions on how to protect ourselves, which are the scriptures. Read that.
Psalms chapter 33 verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield.
The Most High is our help and our shield. Us believing on Christ and the faith in Christ is our shield and our buckler. All right. So from there, let's go back. Verse 16.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
So to be able to quench the fiery darts, let's get that. 1 Peter 4 and 12. The fiery darts is what? Those trials. It's continue to tell you that you're going to continue to go through trials in this truth. That's your battle, all right? That's the battle within, all right? Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trials which is to try you.
So those fiery darts are the fiery trials that's sent forth to try you, all right? Satan devices, he know you. He know what you're weak in. He know what makes you weak. All right. He know how to come and get at you. Everybody different. You understand? This brother device is not the same as this brother. This sister device is not the same as this sister. You understand? He know how to try you, but you have to be aware. All right, to understand that Satan is going to come and throw those fiery darts at you. All right. Go ahead.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right. It's nothing strange, nothing new under the sun. All right. The same devices and same temptations that were back of old is still here today. It's just a refurbished idea. All right. Go back.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And take the
No,
help.
6 and 16.
Verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right. So at the end of the day, Israel, last precept, Proverbs 12 and 26. To stand against Satan you have to put on the armor, the Bible. You understand? The whole armor of God is the commandments of God, all right, which is that lamp, which is here to guide us and give us that protection from Satan if you apply it. Okay, like the bishop said, study, pray, apply. If you don't do those three things, you're going to fall to the wiles of Satan. His devices will entrap you, and your armor won't protect you, all right? Read that.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
You have to understand and see yourself as that righteous, all right? To understand that you're more excellent than your neighbor, because you are here and sent, waking up out of the slumber and sleep in the gross darkness to wake up your people. You understand? Go ahead.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them.
How would the wicked seduce you? Because your armor, you're not putting on the whole armor of God. You're playing with the Most High. You're being lukewarm with the Most High. Make up your mind. You understand? Who you're going to serve, the Most High, Satan. All right? So I pray that this class was edifying to you. Lord willing, you continue to follow the 15 minutes with the captains. With that, I say, shalom. Most High Christ bless. All praises.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.